Hey guys, my name's Devon. Wanted to give you an update on the projects we have going on the property and a little glimpse to what's coming here in the next few months. Our top priority is the bell tent platforms. This is mine right behind me. Ryan's is further back. They're each 22 foot by 26 foot, so large platforms, and we need to put the decking on. We were supposed to do that this past spring, but the price of lumber was just through the roof, so we held off. Now we're ready to get cracking on it. Ryan and I both already have our 6-meter bell tents. We've had them for over a year, but have never deployed them, so we're really excited to get that going. We both also have the wood-burning stove, which is going to be used in each one, and we just need to get that rolling. Finally, to get the families out here together overnights, multi-days. It's going to be fun. Can't wait for the first snow. That'll be a good time. So that's our top priority. We're hoping to have it done in the next 6 weeks. We absolutely have to have it done in the next 8 weeks. So that's the biggest project, but it's also the one that's most pressing for us. So the camera is right next to my bell tent platform. That platform there is for the bathhouse for my family. That's actually going to get installed this week. I was going to build it from scratch. Ryan's still planning to build his from scratch. But I came to the realization that I need to get that put up quickly and for a certain cost. Normally when I start building things, the cost tends to get a little out of hand. So I'm going to put on a pre-made shed and just customize that for what I need for the bathhouse. My bathhouse is going to be run on solar and harvested rainwater. So I already have everything I need for the solar setup except for the battery and the light switches. Everything else is here. That solar setup is going to run the water pump, the lights, and the exhaust fan for whichever toilet we end up deciding to go with. I don't know if we're going to do compost, cassette, no flush, or what. We have just been using a camp toilet initially. We'll just keep that in for right now. The shower and the sink will be inside, shower on the outside. Those are going to be hot water on demand, and it's going to use the rainwater that we harvest. All right, let's go off to the next thing that we're going to be working on. Almost forgot, before I leave this bell tent area, one other item I want to take care of this fall is to put in an ATV trail to access this side of the bell tent. The bathhouse is over here. ATV trail is going to come through here and loop around, and there's plenty of room over here where that ATV trail is not going to encroach along the walkway to and from the bathhouse. So, all right, let's move on to the next item. All right, the quickest and easiest and cheapest project that we have coming up is to make this little fire pit area a little more inviting and user-friendly. The other day, Ryan and I were out here, and Ryan cooked some lamb chops for us on the open fire. Man, they were so good. We're going to have a video of that put up here in a couple of weeks. It's part of the Last Chance Cook-Off collaboration. We were really excited to be invited to take part in that. What we need to do here is just draw out a circled area. Go ahead and remove top layer of dirt, put down some landscape fabric, some pea gravel, just make it more inviting for folks to come out and hang out by the fire. All right, so this is our test food plot. It's a little over half an acre, but this is where we planted buckwheat this spring and had it great growing. Grew fast, grew thick, and then that summer hit where there was no rain and very high temperatures. We had over 60 days of 100-degree temperatures. Dropped all its seed, so there was buckwheat seed all over the place, which was not good because we don't want that then germinating and growing while we're trying to grow our fall plot. Our plan here is actually pretty soon, go ahead and terminate this and put in our fall food plot. For this fall, we're just gonna keep it this small little area. What we plan to do in the spring though, is to double this side. We only need to clear out a few red cedars to have about 1.5 acres at this food plot. And then we have 2 other food plots set up. One is already clear and ready to rock this spring. The other one still needs to do a little bit of clearing, but not much. I'll be back here in a couple of days. I'm gonna do actually 2 different soil tests on this small food plot. I'm gonna do one area where the buckwheat really grew well, and then one area where it struggled. And compare the two and see if the area that struggled, was that my fault? Did I not put the nutrients down correctly? Did I not get a good spread over there? Or is there something else going on? That's what we plan for this area and the other 2 food plots for the fall and then again in the spring. All right, on to the next. All right, we plan to clear out these small trees and we're gonna put in a covered storage area, like a carport, the way that we're envisioning it right now. 3 bays wide and a little bit deeper than most garages. That way we have a place to store our trailers, our machines, and then a covered area to park when we're out here for extended days. The reason I'm most excited about this covered area is that we're going to be able to capture a lot of rainwater on that. We're going to be able to capture so much rain from that there's no way we could store it all. So we're planning on possibly trying out a solar powered irrigation for a small garden. And then also for whatever overflow we have, to have that going into a watering hole for the wildlife out here. But we'll put a camera up and maybe have the kids in charge of that. So that's something that they can maintain out here and be proud of and be responsible for. Anyway, beyond that, this winter, I'm excited to get going back on just the general ATV trails through the area. I really enjoy doing that. And then in the spring, I really can't wait to plant fruit trees. I was kind of bummed that we didn't get that done this spring, but I think it turned out to be a blessing because that summer we had, I can't imagine that they would have made it through that. But we've got 2, maybe 3 sites set aside to have, I don't know if you call it an orchard, less than 10 trees, you know, in each of those. But yeah, I'm really excited to get to learning about caring for these trees and watching them mature and grow. All right, so that's what we have on tap coming up. Please follow along and hold us accountable for anything that does not get finished that I've mentioned. Also, be on the lookout for that cooking video that we have coming out in 2 weeks. Ryan really did an amazing job cooking those lamb chops. Very easy to do, surprisingly easy, but man, they're dynamite. Really, that's it. So you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.